Yedama say yamfa today's agenda and twaso. And now no pay Yamiada Roma celebration e koso. You say when old footballers live in no wedding commercial. You say of course so near Ghana. But and as other trans meaning to follow football, for support to follow football pa. NS Boko.
Yeah.
Over Boko. Scoreline and over Utretiana. Why they come most of the time about TV on Tampa.
Oh, where below?
Below.
Where cuckoo?
Yeah, cuckoo. Okay. Okay.
Tea coffin there, Janum for life.
Why Janum for life?
Oh, so I'm coming to Jan. Why are they always have a candy?
Mamma can't tell my Jan because Pempiana experience here. Now, Mama Ajman Bedu nim komo. Okay. A former player Ajman Bedu Ahman so many nim komo kakra. Ajman Bedu morning.
Good morning, William.
Boko there.
Yami Adam Bibia Boko. Ali Naba.
Okay. Me kai pa se wono mo a omo ye footballers a omo abo Black Star. Omo kan se ma kwan. For example, obi abusa wa say why the obi to me at the abo man yema kwan ma afoforo mra meto aso. Ghana ne Nigeria na uwa reshemu pa na o say ade na gina adwene mu ene said the players na be home adwene say omo be share Nigeria scoreline here by ade awo no e onwa
We di ka na wa ti samecha kwa ta obi to Omanfm. Me obi a wa follow Nigeria team no a check akra. You know so omo talent footballers but omo team no anye formidable guy. And now omo team na omo trek e Ghana. Na me say bit why you must me say na kata no kobi. Na yeah I am one aka here. You more coach na ba so papa because so young boys say na after 9 days it's enough up for formidable squad. No more to ready. This Nigeria team of Frima and so Omabo Momodin. That game, no, you're not a panel ever. You know, the point of this one, the tax is to me that another show Nigeria, the way of cheap. You're better with the asset, the double will be a vessel, and yet boys, if you don't have under Philippine quarter. Omunim carrying now Africa, 18 years, 20 years, 17 years. Know what we are this kind of crowd. With our confidence in our coach in the show now. And so I want to home into the mobile numbers.
Okay. Couples in our boma who say a Jumoye no Asweni or Bakufu be Umwa, a be or non quano share ride manoa, no man for non teasie, but or play the rules said also play no.
Especially Jordan are you. Okay. Oh, Nigeria team na a woman. Among more than almost flanks. Almost 7 or 11. You can make a time say, almost good strikers will be more, but also Mutim no Mukrano say, when we do more than 2 years. I mean, my show Mama is for the first year. Or would you, if you can, Mama, no, if you can make sure that if you're platinum here. The penetration part of the bar at the core almost like that. You almost as a mobile from the Mexico, no man trouble not to get blank. Then the Moses need to create the tambo and automatically players home. It is what deploy player three a defending and a white here. A piano of the Kibona, a baby. I don't know what Catano or what was the nature of Mutuno Supola either. It's only I'm not what to do for that man. Let me say one of the Nigeria to know. It seems like Ghana, your coach, you say that is how they play. Or the Jordan, the coach on my 11 said he will limit Aina. So after Ghana came in and who said, no, the coach is very intelligent coach. Like he knows what he's doing. Or block Aina side, don't know what he will do. The same thing he did yesterday. Okay. Almost said Jordan, I heard you for the 45 minutes now. Alan Abra, you know. But quotation in every number count because also want that you need when get your most speaker. It's a matter of God of you or Pierre coach no ayen ejuma. Why I'm a team not actually I will need that game to 1 Jordan. You're going to go to Banos so everyone teach you and one then you know all I can be fire second. I'm not they have been fantastic throughout. Over a qualifier to the African Cup with the game. Single-handed, and the potential, this kind of games, you need this kind of play. No more showcase your talent. And then no, to be showcase your talent. I don't want to talk about him because he's working with Mourinho. So for a good time, Mourinho, when you're confident to play game one, you need to know that he's a typical striker. I think the Jordan has done a great job for the culture. Looking at the tactical side of the game.
Yeah, players, na any technical eye for football. No, do one they don't can say Jordan a striker. Striker Ben on she go. Come on, see this now. What he did that no more year. No, we football and access our pressure no about swap. Send a number fan.
Yeah, for the past, it was 7 years. I'm Jordan. I got national team. You know was striking road. I think for the past 4 years, they say Jordan is not a normal player. He was typical striker. They say Lewandowski, Sergi, Kenya, Dan. Almost a typical striker. Jordan, national team, I'm not putting here. He operates behind the striker. And he makes striker. Now he's creating spaces. No, I give on it was stretching this word. Midfielders, you know. See, many abominations in the morning of Manida. And see, everybody now you are struggling to get a number 9. So the only option you have is to sacrifice Jordan at the number 9 position, which is not his position because of that entire administration of the body the apple. The other opponent defenders now. And you free. He's not a number 9 player, any effect. The work here, Jordan, AMT. But no, that is why I say, after all the criticism, why is he getting called up? Why is he getting the number 11? Because the coaches know the impact of the game. If you want Jordan on your striker, go on his open the trap, Newcastle, and he's a striker. All those they might have a social post. By the way he's playing the game, it will be difficult for him to score. He's doing the job based on what the coaches want him. Except that you only call up that he had a first 11 now, you have a boy or good, You see, and he has been doing that kind of job on our coach.
The depreciation of the cedi, mounting debt stock, and other challenges confronting the Ghanaian economy. We go crossover to Parliament to speak with Maurice Ogbete, who is our business correspondent in the House, to tell us how the House is preparing to receive the President.
So we're coming to you live from Parliament, where the President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is expected to deliver the State of the Nation address. Much of the discussion is expected to focus around the Ghanaian economy, which is reeling under the pressure of global supply chain interruptions as a result of the Russia-Ukraine war and some other economic factors that has impacted the Ghanaian economy, also because of COVID. The Ghanaian economy is struggling. Our debt to GDP is now over 80%, which is very much dreadful. Inflation has hit an all-time high of 15.7%. Unemployment is high. There is a general complaint from the Ghanaian populace that the standard of living and the conditions of living have become harsh. Fuel prices, increasing almost all the time and affecting almost everything in the Ghanaian economy. And so we are expecting that the President will be talking very much about how we recover, about how we put the Ghanaian economy on track. Don't forget that he has outlined some measures already. There has been a 30% cut on public official salaries and some other measures that he has announced already. And so today's State of the Nation address will just be to rehash some of the things that he has said. We expect him to also say some little bit of policy direction on the free SHS which we are told that he is not ready to roll back on. He will go ahead to implement the free SHS in its current shape and form to ensure that the Ghanaian populace are much educated. He feels that that is a prerequisite for economic growth. And so we're still here in Parliament House. The Chief Justice is seated. We have indication the President is in the House. Anytime soon, he'll be making his way into Parliament, and then that particular event of delivering the State of the Nation address will commence. If you watch live pictures from outside, you realize that almost everything is set. Quickly, we'll speak to some officials who have come to grace this particular event. We'll understand exactly what their expectations are. And so quickly, I'll speak to a former MP, Honorable Adams, Dominic Azuma. He was a former MP and under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, of all presidents.
For the last 20 years. Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. But let me first begin by wishing the President a belated happy birthday. We can only pray that God gives him good health to steer the affairs of this country. It's a difficult moment for us in Ghana now. Things are a bit difficult, but we believe and pray that through all the measures to be taken, it can see us through. The economy, cost of living, talk about it. I mean, it's not true fault of anybody. It's the circumstances of the day. COVID came, it hit us very hard. Just a month ago, the Ukraine war broke out. It's having a very negative effect on our economy. It's not the making of anybody. But then what is left is for government to take pragmatic steps that can address us, see us through this thing. And I'm sure the President will be in today to analyze or lay out all the policy, positive ones. Though some of them will be difficult. But Ghanaians, we must prepare ourselves for it. Nothing comes easy. When you get yourself in a difficult situation, you'll have a difficult way to come out of it. And that's exactly what is going to happen. So we are going to be with rapt attention, listening to the President, him outlining the issues. And I can only urge Ghanaians to be sober. Let's reflect and also give support to the President so that we can.
Interestingly, the position that you take right now is very much different from your colleague MPs who are in Parliament, currently in Parliament. They feel that even before COVID broke, the Ghanaian economy was struggling. And so, I mean, even though you attribute it to global challenges, they feel that the government must be blamed for the current circumstances that we're going through.
Indeed, in our time, we had equal situations like that. And it's normal in politics that the opposition will always have to heap the pressure on you. Heaping the pressure on you means that they urge you to do more and do better. But I don't think that globally today, in the United Kingdom, in the US, the economy is running down. It's not the fault of the government. Let's be straight and honest. Yeah, so sometimes we have to be straight to these things.
Right, thank you very much. And so the Speaker of Parliament will arrive very much soon, and then the President, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will deliver the State of the Nation address. We see the Minister of Finance, Mr. Ken Oforiatta, his usual white. I also see the Minister.
There on your screens, Parliament House there. You can see a full-sided majority. The side of the minority is not full. Maybe they are still at the cafeteria and will be joining soon for this very important event. You see the majority leader there, the Honorable Osai Chairman Sab Bonsu, as indicated by my colleague, the Finance Minister, is also in white. Maybe he's celebrating the passage of the e-levy yesterday. But that's the usual attire of the finance minister. The Speaker of Parliament has walked in, the Right Honourable Alban Sumana Bagbin, which is an indication that any moment from now the President will walk in and deliver the State of the Nation address. On the minority side, you see the minority leader, the Honourable Haruna Idrisu, in blue there, and also the press gallery up there. You see a lot of them walking in, some seated already with some security officials there. The State of the Nation Address 2022 will soon begin because my colleague indicated that President Akufo-Addo is already in the house, but you know there is a tradition of having small meetings before he's ushered in, and I want to believe that's what's happening right now. The president, I know, would be a happy man this morning. He celebrated his birthday yesterday, got one of his crucial, key, critical revenue programs, the controversial e-levy, passed, and also the Black Stars of Ghana qualified to the World Cup Qatar 2022. Quite a good day for the president. Then, as indicated by my colleague there, the address will largely center on the economy, looking at some of the macroeconomic kind of numbers, which to a large extent is not favorable. But the finance minister has indicated a raft of measures that government has adopted to address this. You see that the Honourable Ablakwa, who has also just walked in, picking a word or two with his leader there, shaking hands also with some of his colleagues. The majority side looks very packed, and it's an indication that they are in a joyous moment following the passage of the e-levy. I can tell you that the finance minister last Thursday at the presser indicated to me that the e-levy will be passed by the end of the month, and I was wondering, considering the agitation of the minority and a section of the public who are not in support of the e-levy, what's making the finance minister so sure that the e-levy will be passed by the end of the month? And indeed it happened. Then your picture, the Minister for National Security and the Minister for Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, and the outside of Parliament, you could see some beautiful traditional display there. Of course, we are still in the Ghana month. Forgive me for not being in my traditional attire this morning. Of course, it's one of the crucial moments for Ghana's day. It's a very important day as far as our calendar is concerned, the State of the Nation Address. Many expected the President to deliver this earlier, but there were a lot of agitation. The majority Chief Whip, I remember, came out to say the Constitution has not provided, given any specification as to the dates for this very important event to take place, and the President is engaged in other equally important business of the nation and will address the nation once the timing is right. And the timing couldn't have been better. The Black Stars of Ghana have qualified to the World Cup. The e-levy has been passed. The finance minister has announced a raft of measures to address the mounting economic challenges. It's I think, the ideal time for the president to address the nation. And I wish I was there to join in this dance. Quite colorful display of rich Ghanaian culture and heritage. If you've just joined us, this is our live coverage of the 2022 State of the Nation Address. President Akufo-Addo in a bit will be painting a picture of the state of the Ghanaian economy, what his administration is doing to provide the needed relief. And you heard there my colleague Maurice Ogbete, who is a business reporter, having firm appreciation of happenings within the economy telling us the expectation following the conversation he had with some members in the House. And you see the security agencies lined up waiting to receive President Akufo-Addo. There was an earlier indication that he was in the House, but from what we are seeing, the President is yet to arrive in the House, and he'll be doing that any moment from now. You see the protocol officers ready, waiting for the arrival of the President to deliver the 2022 State of the Nation address. We are broadcasting live in our studios and from Parliament, also across 16 regional radio stations. We are also live on GBC News and GTV. Of course, if you are engaged in other activities that you can't sit before your set, you can log on to Facebook, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. We are streaming live there as well. We are chasing you with the events wherever you are, just for you to have an appreciation and be abreast of what's happening in the nation. The motorcades in there, the motor riders ushering in the President, of course. A ceremonial event, the State of the Nation address is, and that's why you're seeing the colorful display of the rich Ghanaian culture. Of course, on Saturday, the security agencies also have their own traditions when it comes to very important state functions like this one. The army, the police, the prison service, the Ghana National Fire Service as well, all helping to ensure that the event is colorful and memorable. And you see in the motor escort of the President, the usual display, neatly dressed and ushering in President Akufo-Addo to deliver the 2022 State of the Nation address. We earlier spoke with an economist who, like residents in the Bono region, expect the President to touch on the fuel prices, which have seen quite significant increase as a result of the local currency depreciation and the invasion of Ukraine by Russia.
Good morning, Mr. President. State of the Nation's Address, Guard of Honor, Formula. 4 officers, 96 rank and file, with the Ghana Naval Regimental Band operation. Ready for evacuation. Naval Lieutenant Nana Kwesi Owusu, PACA, reporting, Mr. President. Aye, Mr. President. Mr. President, inspection over. May I have your permission to carry on, Mr. President? Aye, Mr. President.
President Akufo-Addo there being ushered into the House to deliver the 2022 State of the Nation address. We saw in the pictures the leadership of the House led by the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, the Majority Leader, the Minority Leader, ushering the President into the chamber to deliver the State of the Nation address. The President looks quite happy, and I must indicate it may be as a result of the Black Stars qualification to Qatar 2022 and the fact that his revenue program for has been finally passed, the e-levy, which right